G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Border Supercoach. Today's the round 11 review, and as you can see, another pretty bad week for me. 2,194. It's just absolutely terrible for this time of year. Season rank of 68,000, so that's pretty much stayed the same for the past month. So yeah, look, the season just continues to be an absolute disaster. Anyways, let's get into my completely terrible team. Archie Roberts, 85. Yeah, pretty unlucky trading, to be honest. Hadn't gone under 100 since like round 1. I trade him in and gets a 90 and an 80, so that pretty much sums up my luck for the Supercoach season this year. Had the VC on him, thought he'd do well against Richmond. Still had like 30 touches, but just wasn't that effective, I guess. I think he played a bit of midfield as well, because Sam Durham got concussed in the first quarter, so that probably didn't help him either. But look, hopefully he comes good again and gets back to his snap padding scoring that he was doing before I traded him in. That would be nice. Lockie Whitfield was a laid out with hamstring awareness. Obviously, the Giants absolutely destroyed Brisbane, but yeah, this probably cost me about 50 or 60 points, so yeah, I was pretty unlucky. He'll probably be out next week as well, so that's definitely not ideal considering the fact that I'm going to have like a million players on the bye. As you can see here, look at all those blue dots. But look, we'll find a way to deal with it. I don't think I'm going to trade him. I think I'm just going to hold because he should be back after his bye. So it is what it is. Jack Sinclair was solid, 114. Josh Roll was really good, 130. Had a really good last quarter. And it was a pretty close game, so obviously he would have got scaled pretty well in the last quarter. But yeah, it was good to see him have a good game. Dan Houston was shocking. Actually had a decent first quarter, to be honest. Had like an intercept mark and tackled someone for holding the ball. Was on about 25 or 27 at quarter time, but then after that just did absolutely nothing. I was at the game and it seemed like every time Collingwood were taking the ball out of their back half, Houston was just on the opposite side of the ground. So yeah, just didn't get any of the ball, unfortunately. So look, 46 from a defender that's probably going to have to be a keeper is just absolutely disgusting. But what can you do? It's good to see Collingwood get the win at least, albeit in very unconvincing fashion. But it was good to see everyone celebrating Pendles. Although it ended up being pretty bittersweet because Jamie Elliott did his ACL, so yeah, that was pretty sad to see. Could be the end of his career, which is pretty sad to think about. But look, fingers crossed he comes back. He's a resilient bloke, but at the age of 33, it's certainly going to be tough to come back from an ACL. Anyways, Josh Lindsay was pretty quiet. I'll probably trade him after next week. I'll hold for one more week. Since I'm going to need all the on-field scores I can get this week, considering the fact that I have a bunch of people on the bye, and I also have no Whitfield, so yeah, hopefully Lindsay can get an 80 plus this week. That would be nice, but yeah, I'll probably trade him out next week when I do some upgrading. Zach Butters, 103. Bit of a quiet game from him. I think he had like 28 touches. Port were just putrid in this game, so it wasn't a surprise that Zach Butters didn't score super well. Still played alright, turned up, so can't complain too much. Marcus Bontempelli was pretty good, 119. Had an unbelievable first half. So yeah, he just keeps ticking along pretty nicely. Nick Dacos, 124, had the captaincy on him. Ended up pretty much being the best captain's choice in my team this week, so it was good that I got that, because there was no way I was going to captain Josh Wall, and Sheasel basically got the same score, so yeah, it was good to see Dacos finally get a half decent Supercoach score. Still only went at like 50% efficiency, but he did play quite well though. 34 touches, 3 goals, including the sealer at the end of the fourth quarter. Yeah, it was good to see him play well. Still needs to work on his disposal efficiency, but yeah, look, at least he got 120. Obviously, the goal that he got in the third quarter when he got a free kick against Jimby was a little bit questionable, but I certainly won't complain too much as a Pies fan and also as a Nick Dacos captaincy owner. Anyways, Finn Callaghan, 104, was pretty solid. Didn't really do a heap in the third quarter when the Giants absolutely dominated, but he still did enough to turn up, so yeah, definitely happy with that. Sam Walsh was solid, 104. It was good to see him finally turn up again. Carlton played really well, so it wasn't too much of a surprise that Sam Walsh scored alright, but yeah, it's still been a pretty bad pick though. But look, hopefully he can, do at least 100 for the rest of the year. That'll be nice. Hugh McCluggage, 47. Yeah, terrible trading to be honest. Yeah, look, I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, he's clearly just not himself at the moment. Yeah, he still had like 23 touches, but yeah, just, I don't know, just didn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't help that the Lions got absolutely smacked, but yeah, look, this has been really disappointing. Yeah, look, I'm probably just going to have to keep him and just hope that he comes good, and that he can at least average close to 100, but yeah, terrible trading by me. Pretty much just sums up my season, to be honest. Just terrible trade-ins, terrible luck. Yeah. Anyways, Murdoch was good, 94, had like 20 touches and a goal. Also did a pretty good job on Josh Dacos, kept him to like 18 touches or something like that, so good performance from him. Sam Cumming was good, 72. Had to field him because Angry Anderson was dropped, but so yeah, I thought I was going to get like a 30 or 40 from him, but he ended up doing pretty well. Yeah, kicked a goal in the first quarter, started off the game really well. Did fade out a little bit in the second and third quarter, but still managed to get to 72, which I'll certainly take in a heartbeat. So yeah, it's good to see him get a half decent score again. Should keep his cash gen going. So yeah, happy with Sam Cumming. Max Gorn was pretty solid. Still hasn't gone under 100, so yeah, it's good to see him being nice and consistent. And it seems like he's got a lot of the ruck back as well from Max Heath. Like, if we go to the game, I think he had like, almost all the hit outs. Yeah, 42 hit outs. Max Heath only had 8 hit outs, so yeah, it's good to see that Max Gorn has pretty much got all the ruck back, 70% of the CBA, so yeah, good to see him back as a, getting like 70% of the ruck. Anyways, Lachlan McAndrew, 75, another solid game from him. I'll probably trade him out next week to get Tristan Sherry, so yeah, he's served me pretty well, and has also served pretty much everyone else pretty well, but a few people traded him out like 3 weeks ago, and he made like an extra 50k after that, and had some pretty good on-field scoring as well. So yeah, good to see him ticking along. But yeah, probably the end for him in my team. Gonna move him on to Tristan Sherry after the round 12 bye. But yeah, I was happy with how he's gone this season. Obviously, moving on to the forward line. Sheasel was good against the Suns. Obviously, it was a great win by North Melbourne after the siren came back from like 40 points down, which was just insane. But yeah, good game from Sheasel. Petrarca was also pretty good. 118. Isaac Rankin, yeah, this was pretty unlucky to be honest. Started off the game like a house on fire, and then I think he did his calf in the second quarter, and yeah, ended up on 64. So I'm probably gonna have to trade him out, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty unlucky here. Pretty much sums up my season again, to be honest. Just haven't had any luck whatsoever. It seems like every time I get players in, they either perform terribly like Houston and McCluggage, or they get injured like Rankin. So yeah, what can you do? I'll probably trade him out this week, to be honest, because I need people who are playing this week, because yeah, I just have too many players on the bye, especially in the forward line. I only have two blokes at the moment who are going to play this week in the forward line, which is obviously absolutely putrid. Anyways, Sam Flanders was good, 111. He's been playing halfback the past few weeks, which has helped his scoring a fair bit. Although I'm assuming probably once Naz comes back, maybe he'll go back into the midfield. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure. But look, if he keeps playing a halfback, certainly won't complain about that. Even though I think he himself has said multiple times that he's not very good at playing halfback, but he's clearly, Supercoach wise, he's clearly pretty good at it. So yeah, good to see him getting some consistent tons. So yeah, he could still be a top six forward, to be honest. Who knows? But yeah, Braden Cook, a bit of a quieter game from him. 67. He was on like 20 at 3/4 time and had a pretty good last quarter, so this could have been a lot worse. I think his break even's like almost at 100, so yeah, look, he's served us well, but I think it's time for him to move on. And then Philippi was good. Had a massive second quarter. Like, I think he got like 50 in the second quarter, and then apart from that, didn't really do much, which seems to be the case every time with him. Like, he has like one good quarter, and then other than that, he's terrible. So, but yeah, look, 88. Yeah, it's good to see him scoring well. Could be able to hold until his bye, to be honest, I reckon, which is going to be super helpful. But yeah, good to see him doing well. Todd Marshall was back this week for Port Adelaide, and um, excuse me, he was pretty bad. Only got 40, so yeah, he has actually ended up being a pretty bad rookie, to be honest. So yeah, I'll probably have to move him on pretty soon. And then Patrick Grechko, geez, what a game from him. I think he was on about 55 at 3/4 time and just had a massive last quarter. Yeah, it was one of the probably like second best on ground for Richmond, other than like Toronto. So yeah, good to see that from him. Yeah, he's up to 280k, and he's probably still got a bunch more cash in him. I'm assuming his break even is going to be pretty low. Yeah, his break even's 11, so yeah, he could have another 50k left in him at least. So yeah, he will definitely stay in my side over the next few weeks, probably until the end of the bye rounds, to be honest. He'll probably be one of my last rookies that I trade out. Anyways, that's a team. Now we've got to figure out what trades we're doing. Obviously, I have 3 trades this week because of the buys, which is helpful. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do, to be honest, because there's obviously 2 rookies that I want to get this week, which is Ison and Banfield. I think everyone's going to try and get them in this week. But the problem with that is that means I'm not going to be able to do many upgrading this week if I get Ison and Banfield, because I already have 400k in the bank. And if I get Ison and Banfield, that's going to mean I have an absolutely absurd amount of cash in the bank. even if my third trade's an upgrade. So that's why I'm a little torn because to be honest, Ison and Banfield being on the bubble this week is pretty inconvenient because part of me was thinking of potentially doing like a triple upgrade this week, or like a double upgrade this week, but to be honest, I don't think I can pass up Ison and Banfield because I'm probably going to need the cash if I want to complete my team. So I reckon what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to trade Rankin out for I don't know, like Banfield or something, because I'm pretty sure Banfield's got forward status. So I'll probably trade out Rankin this week and Cook and someone else. I'll figure out who in a second, but yeah, I'll trade out probably Rankin, Cook, and someone else, and then probably get in Ison, Banfield, and maybe a forward primo. Like, I'm considering maybe getting like Bailey Williams from West Coast. Obviously, this could be a bad pick, but he's had an unbelievable few weeks, and yeah, it looks like he's got the number one ruck role pretty secured for now. Considering the fact that he's like 10 times better than Matt Flynn. So yeah, I'm considering maybe getting him in because he's got forward status. Could be a top 6 forward, but could also end up just being a disaster. But to be honest, I've got nothing to lose. Like, my team's already so bad anyways, I may as well just like send it and get Bailey Williams in. And then if I do that, that means next week I can just go ham with the upgrades. Like, I can probably do a triple upgrade next week, which would be quite nice. Although it would mean that I'd probably get a pretty bad score this week. But to be honest, like, either way, I'll probably get a bad score. So look, I think I might just tank this week and do the double downgrade and the sideways to Williams, and then next week I can do like a triple upgrade to like Sherry, maybe Max Holmes, and possibly even like Grundy. That could be on the cards as well. So look, we'll see. But yeah, I think this week I'm going to trade out Rankin. I'm going to trade out Cook. What's happening here? I'm going to trade out Cook. And then I'm going to get in Williams and Banfield. And then for my last trade, I think I need to trade out a midfielder to get Dyson. Although actually I could move Murdoch forward, to be honest. Actually, maybe I'll do that, and I'll trade out like Oscar Steen maybe. Although actually, what is Todd Marshall's break even? 68. Maybe I'll trade out Todd Marshall because actually no, I could just do that next week. Yeah, I'll trade out Oscar Steen this week maybe, and then move Murdoch into the forward line, and then that means I can get in Ison. So if I do that, that leaves me with almost $1 million in the bank, which is absolutely disgusting. But look, I think I'm just going to tank this week, to be honest, because either way it's going to be a bad week. And my team's already a lost cause anyway, so look, I think in the long term this will be beneficial because yeah, it just puts me in a good position to, you know, do a bunch of upgrading through the buy rounds. Yeah, I think next week I should be able to do a triple upgrade. Like, I reckon next week it's probably going to be like a McAndrew into Sherry, Lindsay into Holmes, and then maybe like, I don't know, someone else into like Grundy or something like that. But look, we'll worry about that next week. But I think I should have enough players in here to be able to field a full side. We'll put Dirksen on the field. Get Sardis on the field because I think Sardis will play this week with Sam Doem out. And also Brad Scott is no longer the coach, so that should also help starters get selected, considering the fact that Brad Scott hates starters. I'll get obviously Murdoch on the field. Um, and then I might put Ison on the bench for like Anderson, because I think Anderson will probably get reselected this week, considering the fact that Collingwood have a couple of injuries. So yeah, I'll emergency Ison and kind of use him as a loop. So if Ison does really well, then I can bench either Cumming or Anderson. I'll probably bench Anderson because I actually reckon Cumming will score well the next couple of weeks, because it looks like he got his some CBAs back. I'm pretty sure against Essendon. Let me just double check. Pretty sure he got a few CBAs against Essendon. Yeah, he had 43%, so he should score half decently with that. So look, we'll see if Jack Ison, is his name Jack? Yeah, it is. If Jack Ison, you know, gets a stinker, then obviously I'll leave both of these two on field. But if he does well, then I'll probably take Anderson off. Or I don't know. We'll see. But I think this is what the team is looking like. Assuming that Woodfield is not playing, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 20 people playing. So, look, it's not ideal, but it means that I still have room to breathe. I'll be able to field a full side this week, which is good. No donuts, so should be fine. I'll probably get a pretty bad score this week though, considering the fact that I do not have a lot of premiums in my team this week, or even in general. I think I have like 2 less premiums than everyone else at the moment because of how bad my team is. But yeah, probably going to get a pretty bad score this week. How many premiums do I have? Assuming that Lockie Whitfield does not play this week, I have 1, 2. I'm going to count the fake premiums as well as premiums. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 premiums playing this week, which is, yeah, probably not good, but it is what it is. Look, Bailey Williams, there's every chance that this trade just absolutely flops, but he has been playing extremely well the past few weeks, ever since he's got the number 1 ruck role. So I actually think this could work out, to be honest. Fingers crossed. If you can just, he's averaging 95 at the moment, so if you can just average at least 95, I'll take that. But yeah, look, there's every chance this flops, but look, my team's already a lost cause, so I may as well just send it with picks like this. Anyways, in terms of captains, who do I want to vice captain and captain? Jeez, there's not really any options for me in these first 4 games, is there? Don't have any Sydney players. Don't want to do Walsh. Don't have any. Could do Sinclair, but I don't think Hawthorn's the best matchup, to be honest, so probably not Sinclair. Could do Bont. Actually, yeah, I probably will do Bont against the Pies. I'm hoping that we can win this, but there's every chance that we get smacked by the doggies, especially if Tim English is back, and Bont could go nuts. So I think I'll probably vice captain Bont over Dacos, and then could captain Gorn. I think GWS should be a half decent matchup. I don't really have any other options anyways, to be honest, so yeah, I think I'm just going to do Bont into Gorn. And hopefully one of them pops off, which they should, I think. Hopefully, I don't know. anyways, I think that's it for this week. Hopefully I can at least get like top 30% for the week, to be honest. I think this is going to be a rough week. But yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed I don't do too bad. But that's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.